On this video of the Transaxle refix, I'm going to be tearing apart the Transaxle and fixing what has already broken. The locking mechanism that I put in it has already broken. The pins have sheared off, but you'll see in the video. So let's get started. I got the transmission transaxle off of the Poor Boy Polaris. Took it back off because all that I did with the pins just sheared right off. They didn't hold at all. They broke right there. I had one of them drilled down into the axle. It broke right off. So definitely don't use that other video as a how-to video. It's for entertainment only to see how my screw-ups go. But I've been looking on other YouTube videos, getting some ideas, and I've got an idea. I'll show you what that is. I got this 1-inch hub with a keyway. Just bought it from Tractor Supply. And what I've got to do is put it down inside of here. Try to make sure it's centered best I can. And I've already made some little marks on here, but this is 3/4 by 3/4 keyway, and it fits into this slot in the gear right there where the shaft for the spline gears was, and I've made some marks around it on both sides. And what I've got to do is notch that hub out for this to fit, for the keyway to fit between there. And I'll probably end up welding the keyway to this hub also. I'll let it float a little bit on the outside ring gear, but weld it to this hub. But first of all, I need to get this little bit of material cut out of this hub. I need to get a flat spot on there for that to go into. I cut the pieces of keyway to go in the slots. This was actually where the shaft that had the spline gears on it went into this keyway area. But on the piece right here, you have to just keep working it, always watching to make sure that you're staying in the center of the gear. It just a little bit more. It's still just a hair snug. Yeah, it's still just a hair snug. So let me knock it back out and do a little bit more trimming. See if I can tell where we need to trim it. I finally kept trimming it to where it would slide right down in there. So I'm going to try to put a bead of weld on each corner to just hold this keyway to the hub. And I'm going to weld it to the hub, but it will slide in and out of the gear. I put some little thousandths gauges between the keyway and the main gear, and I'm doing that to try to keep the keyway pushed up against the center hub and still leave a little bit of space between the key and the keyway, so it will slide if it needs to. but I'm going to try to weld it in place right now. I'm welding the key to the hub, but I'll just tack it right now and then I'll take it out and I'll finish weld it. I'm going to flip it over and put a tack on this other side in each place also. Alright, now if I can get these gauges out of here. They're a little snug. There we go. Now I'll finish welding this up. Welding that key to the hub. Grind it down, make it look real pretty. I guess I made my keyways a little bit long because when I go to put this back together, it won't go all the way in there. It's got a lip right here that sticks out just a little bit, and I think rather than try to grind my keyway down a little bit, I'm actually just going to grind this lip off right where the keyway goes, and I'll do it on both sides. That way when I clamp it together, it'll close all the way together. One of the things I was having to watch for on these was that the bolt holes have different spacing between them, so to make sure I had it turned right so I knew where to grind the flange, and I just ground this little lip off here on each side. But what I'm going to do now is slide this on here. I hope. Still have a little bit of a ridge, not too bad. I've had to file on the axle quite a bit to get it to where it was. Where the axle was cut into it. So I'm actually welding the hub to the axle for further strength. Got the center hub put back together. Just getting the bolts put in and tightened up. Got the section all welded. I hope this should hold, because this is a lot heavier than what I did have. has to be pushed back in there. Put these bearings on too. Get these spun around where they'll go in the grooves. Come on, do that. Should drop right in there now. I have everything lined up just perfect. Alright, I'm probably going to have to take a washer out. It appears to be too tight. Well, now both O-rings have come out. Put this bearing back on there. I have the silicone gasket eliminator put all around the edges of it. I'm going to let that set up a little bit. Put the case back together, and then I have to be sure and put this ball bearing back in here, which is what rides on these ribs right here that locks the gears in place. Alright, I got the transmission put back underneath it. I decided to put the other tires back on here, this set right here. I think they look better because they're a little wider, and it would help it turn a little bit better too. This video is an adaptation of the video that I saw on YouTube by Sprocket's Garage. Doc on Sprocket's Garage has a what he calls a dock locker, and this is similar to what he uses. So if you want more information about that, check out Sprocket's Garage. He's got some pretty good videos. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, and look us up on Facebook under Kevin's Creations. Thanks for watching.